Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. This class is Agent 3000. This is a fantastic class. We are going to go over all of the different tools that you can use in order to build yourself up, your business, and be able to market effectively with a program that's available to you as part of your membership with the Miami Association of Realtors. If you've never taken a class with me before, my name is Christy. I'll be your instructor this afternoon. If you are with me for Social Media 101 on Monday of this week, welcome back. I believe you are going to really enjoy this class. We're also going to review once again the okay to advertise before we start advertising. Now, we want to make sure that we are familiar with all of those rules and regulations regarding advertising correctly, right? So if you do have any questions regarding any legalities, I always refer you to the legal hotline, which I'll make sure to give you as a resource towards the end of the class. Inside of the chat, this is a place where you can ask me any questions. I'll do my best to answer all of them as we go through the series. Now we're going to get started on miamirealtors.com. Scroll down to the middle of the page where I want you to click on the Miami Gateway. This is going to give you access to all of your products and services. When you click inside of the Miami Gateway, I want to point out two of the programs that we're going to be talking about today. We're going to start talking about Matrix. Inside of Matrix, I just want to show you how you can find listings inside of Matrix using OK to advertise. This will allow you to be able to do some marketing for some property, just in case you don't have currently a listing at this time. Also, this is a great way to be able to market properties inside of your farming area and stay true to that area that you are specializing in. We also are going to be talking about a program called Agent 3000 today. So I want to show you where this is available. This is the icon of Agent 3000, and we are going to be talking about landing pages, social media tools, single property websites, and more. We are going to be covering all of the free benefits that you have associated with Agent 3000. Agent 3000 does have an upgrade, and we will be talking about that, which includes a website. Before we get started, these classes are available for you. You do have Miami Realtors Live that's available. This is 24/7 access to recorded seminars. You have videos, you have training sessions, plus live streaming events, not only from your education department with the association, but with your Miami trainers. You can access this by simply clicking on here. It'll give you access to this program, and you can simply either type up here the type of class that you want to review. For example, I'm going to start typing in social media, and all of the different social media classes will populate in order for you to view them. You also have a YouTube channel. So if you are a fan and a user of YouTube, your Miami trainers have created a YouTube page for you. If you'd like to subscribe here, you will receive a notification of any new videos that we post. You can use our playlist or our search icon in order for you to find those classes in the same way. You would type in social media. Now that you know that you can always go back and review this information, you're free to follow along with me. Moving into Matrix. Now, what I want to show you inside of Matrix is going to be okay to advertise. How to find listings when you don't have listings in order for you to advertise them on your website, inside of your social media, and more. In order for us to do this, we're going to type or hover over a search bar. Now you can select any property type you'd like, but I'm going to select the single family or condo option first, the RE1, RE2 search field. From here, you want to go ahead and scroll towards the bottom of your page where you have additional fields that you want to locate. There is a add or remove link that you want to click on, and from here, you want to search available fields. You want to type in OK to advertise and select it with your mouse. Once you've selected it, click on the add button. This will move the available field into the selected field. Once it has been moved here, as you can see, you're going to go ahead and click on back. When you click on back, if you scroll down, you'll have that field available for you. Here we have multiple options available. Okay to advertise means the broker and the listing agent have both agreed that we are able to advertise their listings. Now, okay to advertise will let you know how it is that you can advertise it. No means no, so we don't want these. You also have the option of yes, attribution not required. That means that you can advertise this listing, right? But no need to input the name of the brokerage when you're advertising it, right? So attribution is another way of saying giving credit. The other one that's available is yes, attribution required. This means that you can go ahead and post it, but you got to make sure to list who the actual brokerage is. Now, in my opinion, I always like to work on the side of caution, and I always like to give attribution. That's my personal preference. I think it's the safest bet, and I would recommend you to also work in this fashion. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and select both, and then I'm going to show you that you have 343 possible matches that you have. These are different properties that they have agreed that you can advertise. Now, a great way to view this information is to tap on your matches, tap on search, and you can review them. Now, in order to use Agent 3000, the listing MLS ID needs to start with an A. But you can always come in here and view the information or view the properties you choose to work with. Now, if you're working on a service area or specific area, you can always tap on the map to see where these properties are located. They're all going to be highlighted. Or inside of results, you can always click on the subdivision or the complex. This is a great way to put units together and be able to build out multiple postings for a specific subdivision or a complex. Another option that you can do is you can always go back into your criteria and you can input the city so you can focus in a specific area. So for example, let's say I put in the city of Miami. I'm going to tap on that result. It's going to give me 83 matches. I'm going to tap on results, and then I'll have all of my properties available here. You can always go back into your criteria, focus on a property type. Maybe you just want to do single families, condos, etc. From there, you're then going to want to select a property MLS so that you can start working on it. For example, I'm going to select one of these images to kind of preview them. You never want pictures that are like this, right? To avoid this kind of white cutoff, you always want to take pictures horizontally, just a tip. Also, people want to advertise pretty listings. So you always want to make sure that you have professional images. I'm going to put them in order by list price. Okay. And that looks beautiful. Let's use these as an example, right? So here's my MLS number. Now that we're here, let's jump into Agent 3000 and talk about that program. Moving into Agent 3000, once you click on the Agent 3000 icon, you'll have immediate access because of the single sign-on program. My dashboard can look a little bit different than yours because I do have the upgrade. Now from here, the first thing you want to do is customize your program. You can do so by tapping on that green button that says settings. When you click on it, you want to make sure to upload and add all the information to your profile in order for all of your details and marketing to come out professional. So you want to verify and input your first name, company name, and address. You want to make sure you have your office number, direct number. If you have a fax, input it. You want to have your email address linked in here as well as your website. Aside from your profile information, inside of your logo, you want to go ahead and choose the file and upload that logo. You want to move into photo to make sure that you have a headshot in the system. In the same way, you want to choose that file. It'll give you access to your computer documents where you want to upload it. Regarding sizing, where you see the notes on each sector, he does recommend the ideal size of all images. Inside of notifications and leading routes, this is associated with the upgrade. But for now, we want to make sure to input our profile, our logo, and our photo. Tapping on close. After you've gone ahead and set up all of your settings, we do want to talk about your dashboard. So on the top right-hand corner, you do have available for you contact information with Sean. Sean is the owner and creator of Agent 3000. He will also assist you with the upgrade if you're interested. It is $20 a month. It does not have any type of contract. There is no initial or additional fee, and you can always turn it on and off in a very easy way. So you do have access to follow them on Facebook. He does have a support email, support@agent3000.com. He does have a phone number, 239-728-1152. He's very hands-on. And then of course you have webinars that are available. Let's talk about your dashboard and then we're diving into tools. As part of your dashboard, you do have kind of your lead router. If you do have the upgrade, you also have available upcoming tasks in order for you to manage your business. So this is a CRM tool as well. You are also able to input customers' upcoming birthdays or anniversaries to keep in touch with them. Any calendar events, you can use Agent 3000 for that. And then of course, if you want to search additional information regarding a particular zip code or a community, it does break down that zip code with the city. It also gives you the information of the active listings in that area and then the average price. Again, you can search by zip code or communities for those details. You also have the ability to see sold listings, right? So you're able to search either a specific zip code using the search bar or a community. And this is a great way just to have some insight in the areas that you work. Scrolling up. Now that we're done with our dashboard, I want to jump into some of these tools. But I did want to let you know that you do have recorded webinars that are available with Agent 3000. If you tap on recorded webinars, these are all recorded webinars created by Sean, and you do have access to them. You can select it by topic, and then you can simply click here to watch them now. So moving into our first tool, the first tool that I want to show you is going to be the single property website. For those of you who are with me inside of social media one-on-one on Monday, you guys have already seen it. So moving into the single property website in your menu, it's located towards the bottom. You're going to click on single property website. I like to begin here because it's an impressive tool. It's very easy to do. And when things are easy to do, we're more likely as agents to make them part of our business. Now, what you have available is a short synopsis on how to use this tool, but simply you have an MLS number where you're going to paste that MLS that you're interested in using. So now that we have our MLS number, we've selected from an OK to advertise listing. You can always do this with your own listings, of course. You're going to click on here and simply paste that MLS number inside. Give the system a second to find that listing and you're going to click on it. You're going to accept these terms because it is an OK to advertise listing and tap on I agree. From here, we went ahead and created multiple profiles. And by profiles, I mean property websites. I'm going to tap on my first one, view website. And this is the original design that he's created. From here, let's just go over all of the different functions that you're going to be able to advertise to potential customers. This is also a great tool to be able to show possible sellers, right, of some of the marketing that you know that you're going to be able to provide. You'll have that information up at the top, your name, your phone number, and your logo. You'll have access to the home page. They can print a flyer if they tap on print flyer. Let's open this up to show you. And so you're seeing that flyer here. Very easy to do. As you print it, so can they. Going back, they also have access to a virtual tour, a mortgage calculator, schools in the area, and they can click to request a showing from you. They can also click on contact to contact you. They'll have access to the address and that price point. They'll also have address status, property details, and agent remarks. You're also able to normally see a map here. They'll have available a walk score as well. And as you continue to scroll down regarding the agent remarks, you'll have interior features as well as exterior features and more information about that property. They'll have a button where they can send you a message. You'll receive an email. And then here is a very important notice that's towards the bottom. This is giving this agent what we're looking for, right? This is the attribution. It's letting them know that this listing is courtesy of One Sotheby's International Realty. We also have possible mortgage rates, possible mortgage calculator, and towards the bottom, it ends this page, right? So this is a great way for them to be able to see the type of marketing that you do. They can also request more information from you. Here's your headshot, your details. They can send you a message, or they can even go ahead and begin a search on your website. So if they tap on here, it'll automatically link them to your website if you have the upgrade. All right, so that is one of the flyers or one of the property websites that we can create. And we also created a flyer. Going back into Agent 3000, he has also modernized it. So if you tap on View Website, here's another option. This is a more modern feel. The top is in black. You have a floating bar, but it gives you all of the additional information. You can tap on Price and Features, and it's going to give you access to that part of the website. As I scroll down, I do love this, for example, because you have pictures and wording. What I like about this is if you're interested in international, or if you speak another language, or your customer speaks another language, they can look at this and they'll know, okay, these are the beds, these are the baths, this is the type, etc. It's universal. So we do have some comments here, our remarks, a picture, our interior feature, exterior feature, and then this ends with our photos. As I continue to scroll down, it's going to have contact information where my headshot will be. All of my details are here. They can request information from me, and they even have a map of all of the interesting points of interest that are available. They can view the map view. They have a terrain view as well, or if they'd like, they can do a satellite view. Okay, so quite a lot available and very easy to do. You also have a white header, so this is also available as well. It looks just like the other one, but the coloring is different. Okay, and then of course we have our pictures, nice and big and nice and pretty. So let me know in the chat if you guys like this tool and if this is something you want to use as part of your business. All right, let's move into a next tool. I'm getting some yeses. That's awesome. Okay, so very easy to do. That's a good start to a class when you join the class and you're like, I can do that. All right, the next tool that we want to talk about is we want to talk about flyers. Flyers is another option. So if I tap on flyers, okay, I have available multiple flyers that I can create. I can create a 1 photo flyer, a 4 photo flyer, 10 photo flyer, an open house flyer, or a just listed, just sold for rent flyer. Once you learn how to do one of these flyers, you can do all of them. So the one that I want to show you is, let's do the 4 photo flyer. Okay. So in the same way, we're going to go ahead and use these MLS number bar. We're going to click on here and we're going to put the MLS number that we're interested in using. We're going to give the system a second to find the property and we're going to select it. We're going to accept these terms because these are okay to advertise listings. From here, you now have all of the pictures associated with this listing. Now, if you wanted to pull them into the flyer, you simply tap on the one that you want to use and go ahead and drag them, right, in any order that you'd like, of course, and then you can go ahead and also replace them. So let's say I wanted to change some of these pictures. You can always just replace them by simply selecting the image, right, and putting it right on top. So moving down, you do have the option whether you want to include or not include the address, the price, etc. I'm going to include the address, the price, and then I have 2 ways that I can advertise. I can either add my profile photo or my QR code. I'm going to select to add my profile photo the first time, and then verify my contact information and select a background image. So tap on select image. From here, you have a few different backgrounds that you can select. I'm going to go with the light gray and the blue. I'm going to select, and then my background colors, I'm going to keep these the same. I think they look best. Amenities and remarks, I'm not going to make any changes to these. And then I'm going to go ahead and I have the choice whether I can create a PDF, create a JPEG, or post it directly to my social networks. So I'm going to first show you, I'm going to create a PDF. This is if you're interested in printing these out, sending them to a potential customer, but it looks beautiful. Look at our background, the information of the property, our logo, the images that we selected. We have available those remarks. We have interior features. and then our contact information with my headshot, right? And this, I did it in seconds. It can be part of any of your presentations, your marketing presentations. If you want to print this out for a customer who's interested in previewing property, XYZ, but it's here for you to do it. And it was really easy to do. Let's do another example. So we did the 4-photo flyer. Let's do the open house flyer. Now, when you're doing an open house flyer, I want to show you how to do it, but I don't want you to do an okay to advertise listing here. Why? Because this is an open house. So this needs to be a property that is your listing, or maybe a listing in your office that you can do this for, and you have permission to be doing the open house, right? So you want this to be your listing. But in the sake of presenting it to you and teaching you, I'm going to use the same property. I'm going to select, accept the terms, press I agree, and then I'm going to go ahead and drag some of the images into my flyer. Drag the bar, right? And then input some of these outside images, and then good to go. We do want to include the address. We do want to include the price point. Now I want to go ahead and decide whether it's an open house or a broker open house. An open house is normally for the public. The broker open house is normally an internal presentation of the home, like a preview of the home, and you're inviting other real estate professionals and brokers to come and view it. You want to select your date. You want to select when it starts, when it ends. If you have 2 days that you're going to be doing it, you can always input both, when it starts, when it's done. And then again, you can choose either your profile or your QR code. In this example, I want to use the QR code to show you another option. We're going to select our background image. I'm going to stay with my light gray and blue. Select it. My colors, I'm going to keep my same background, address, and content colors. My amenities and remarks are going to stay the same. And then another option, we did the PDF. I want to show you that you can also create a JPEG. So I'm going to tap on create a JPEG, which you can. And then from here, I want to show you that you do have this QR code that's available here. Now, if you open up your phone, you're able to see additional information here. So I'm going to try to share my phone, point my camera to here. And then I want to show you that when somebody does that, they're able to see additional information using that QR code. Okay, so very cool. They'll have access to that information, the listing description, property features, map details, photos that they're able to see, as well as your information on the bottom. So very easy to do. The QR code has done an amazing comeback in the last 2 years. So I did want to show you that you have that available, the QR code. Let's move back into the screen. Let me know if you guys like the QR code. All right, exiting out. And this was the second one that I did. I did the open house. Now you do have, of course, the just listed, the just sold, the for sale, etc. Now, the last option that I want to show you is that you can always post to social networks. So I can tap on post to social networks. I can select where it is that I want to post it. I'm going to tap on Facebook. I prefer to post the JPEG. So once I do have already the JPEG available, I prefer to actually load it directly once I download it, because I don't like that little box, but it does have a little bit of mystery, and maybe it can entice your customer to want to click on it. So you have two options. Either way, options are good. You can always put it on Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, or send it by email. Let's jump into another tool. The next tool I want to talk about with you guys today is going to be the video tours. So here you see in the menu options, you have video tours. Now, a lot of places that we can put our video tours are going to be on websites. We also have the ability, when we're inputting a new listing, to input a video tour. We can always create these to show again all of the different marketing that we have available. Tapping on here in the same way, we're going to paste that MLS number and we're going to give the system a second to find it. We're going to click on it. We're going to accept these terms. And we're going to go ahead and pull the images into our tour. Right, so you want to go ahead and pull these. I like this tool, but it does take a little bit. So as I do this, right, I wanted to do this early in class. So then hopefully by the end of class, we're able to preview it. And then let me just put that first image. Okay, so from here, you can also put a description. So you can always put, you know, a description of what that person is looking at. And you can even select how it is that you'd want it to slide into each of the pages. You also are able to tap on brand your image. Now from here, you also have branding details. So you can select how it is that you want to brand this tour. You can check off add a profile, add your company name, add your name, add your phone number, your email, your URL. I say brand it with everything. Now, aside from that, you're also able to select audio. So I want to make sure that I am sharing sound with you. But you're able to select audio. You have a few different ones up here and decide which audio you like best. All right, that sounds exciting. I'm going to do audio too, and then tap on create video. It's going to let you know that your video is being processed and it'll be ready in a few minutes, and you will receive a text message and an email address when it's done. So I can come back here and show you once it's done, once I receive that, but I do have one that I've already created. You're able to have access to the video only. So if I tap on video, that's what that looks like. You also have that URL up at the top that you can share. Aside from that, oh, look at it being done. Is it? No, it's being processed. I got excited. Sorry, guys. All right, then you have the branded video. And that'll put it on a web page. And then you'll have that video available here that you can share, right? And then towards the bottom, you also have available the unbranded video page. And it's going to have no additional details about this property. All right, so this is pretty old, so it doesn't have all of the details on here, but the new one will, and I wanted to give you the three options. When you are posting these, if you decide to post it on the MLS, you always need to do the unbranded video only. That's what's accepted inside of Matrix. But for your social media and everything, you can add and use the other ones. And we will return here once it's been created, but easy way to do a virtual tour. We did it in seconds. The next option that we want to talk about is some of our social media tools. So if I go into my social media tools, I'm going to tap on here and I have access to Facebook marketing tutorials. So I'm going to tap on here and just show you that if you need to come back and review the landing pages, or if you need to review using ad messenger, etc., you do have tutorials that are available. And the first tool that we want to talk about under your social media tools is going to be your listing collage. So I'm going to tap on listing collage post. And you have this ability to create this collage. So you want to select here, paste that MLS number, give it a second. Accept the terms. We have our pictures. We know what to do from here. Select the images that we want. And create that collage. It's a beautiful collage that you can create. You can go ahead and click here to download that screenshot. And that'll give you a JPEG. JPEGs are perfect for Instagram since you cannot link on Instagram. You can go ahead and post this. It captures your attention. It's well done, it's beautiful, and you can post it real easy. You can also always take this JPEG, and if you post to Instagram, it'll automatically, if you link your accounts, post to your Facebook business page. And if you're interested in what kind of content, aside from this tool of Agent 3000, what kind of content to post and different resources and different way to manage that content inside of social media, I'll be teaching that next week on Monday. So I hope that you guys can join. Let me exit out of here. And I also want to show you that aside from downloading that screenshot, you also have it available to post on Facebook, Pinterest, or LinkedIn. Tapping on Facebook will give me access to my business page where I'm going to select it. It's always going to take you first to your personal. You want to go ahead and click on share to newsfeed or story, and you want to select to manage it on your page. Okay. You never want to claim that a property belongs to you, right? And then you can always post towards the bottom. And then again, if they click on this, where is it going to take them? It's going to take them where you always want to take a customer, potential customer, back into your website. All of your social media, all of your posts should either be going directly to your phone or your email in a lead capture, or you should be going to your most professional place, which is your website, which you should have filled with great information about you and why they should be doing business with you. All right, now that we know how to use the listing collage post, our next tool that I want to show you is going to be the social media meme. This is available right under your listing collage post. So if I tap on here, you're going to have all of these memes, is what he called them, created for you. And this is a great tool for lead capture. This is also a great tool to kind of move your customer into your website from your social media. So the first thing you want to do is you want to give it a direction. So whatever direction that's going to be, if you've already created maybe a landing page, if you've created a website, but you want to give the audience somewhere to go. So the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my website. I'm going to copy that website link. I'm going to go back into Agent 3000. And the first step I'm going to do is I'm going to link my meme, right? So you have this ability to go ahead and link them. And then from here, you can always select one of the ones that he's created, right? So you do have all of these different ones that you can choose. So for example, list with me, you can tap on how you want to share it. I'm going to share it through Facebook. All right. And then I have to change it to my business page and then write a little blurb. And then I'm going to post. Then I'm going to go ahead and visit my page. Once it posts, when you click on it, and when your customer clicks on it, they'll end up on your web page. So this is a great tool to transfer your potential customers out of your social media and into your website. This is your collage post. And if they click it, again, they're going to end up back on your website, right? So they're going to be able to see additional information about that collage post. They're able to see all of the pictures, the remarks, the MLS number. They can tap on here and contact me. They'll have the MLS number associated, so I know right away how to help them. The property details will be available, exterior details will be available, and that map. So this is another opportunity towards the bottom for your customer to go ahead and request a showing. So both tools have options for you, right? And both of them can lead them off social media and into a more professional place. Moving away from here and back into Agent 3000, this is called your memes. Now, let's say you're like, Christy, I don't know about these memes. I think I can do better. If you can do better, there's a place for you to be able to customize your own. So if you tap on meme generator, tapping on meme generator will give you access to a program that you can go ahead and create your own. You can tap on backgrounds. You'll have access to select a background image. They have some that have already been included for you, whichever one you'd like to create. I love the beagle. Let me go ahead and select him. From here, you also have the option to create text or font if you like, right? You're able to input some text. You can add the type of text that you want. If you want to change the font, you can put it on bold, italic, or underlined. You can also select the color, right, of that text, and then you can click on add text to add it into your image, where you can always customize how it is that it's going to be previewed. You can move it around however it is that you'd like it to be. And you can get creative with this. You can also use your own images and put your own stuff. You also have the ability to add shapes in here, however you'd like. And then you can always save that image. You have clip art up at the top that you can add. So if you wanted to add something like click here, right, for them to be able to do so. All right. If you wanted to add your logo, etc. If you wanted to resize it, you have it available. Save the image when you're done. And then the system's going to house anything that you've created inside of My Memes. So My Memes is available under your social media tools right on top of My Meme Generator. In the same way, you're going to go ahead and put where it is that you want to take that customer. So for example, my webpage or a landing page, or you get creative. Input that information. And once you paste it, you'll have access to share it on Facebook, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. And when you tap on Facebook, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to select your business page. So share on business page. This one. Put in a message and post. All right. Another option that I want to show you, another tool that you can use is going to be, aside from Meme Generator, are going to be your landing pages. Now, landing pages work kind of in the same way. So I'm going to tap on landing page. Okay, I'm going to scroll down and show you what one of my landing pages looks like. So I was playing with this morning. I'm going to tap on the URL. And this is what I'm creating today with you guys. So it says, what's my home worth? They can continue to Facebook, they can input their information, or they can click on send me an estimate now. Now, what I like about the landing page is that I'm not just moving my customer off of social media and to somewhere else. This is actually requiring them to input information that's going to generate a possible lead. So we are lead capturing using the landing pages. You can always also, if you think about it, you can always direct a customer from one of your memes into one of these landing pages, depending on what it is that you want to do. From here, our first thing that we want to do is we want to name that landing page. So what is your home worth? Now, yes, of course, I want to add my contact to the landing page. Now, as my background, I can either choose an image or a map. You can also tap on select image. From here, you can always upload your own if you'd like, but if there's an image here that you want to use, you can. I'm going to use the same example that I did this morning. So I selected this image. Then I'm going to click on select, and towards the middle, you have like this really white box, and it's blocking him, it's blocking her. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make it a little bit more transparent. So I took this bar, it's called the BG opacity bar, and I went ahead and just kind of lightened it up a little bit so I can see them. Then I'm going to input my message to grab their attention. So it's going to be, what is your, and then I'm able to put it in bold, right? And I also want to make it bigger. So I'm going to take my size and I'm going to increase it to 48, I think feels good. And then from here, I have my button text. So instead of free list, I'm just going to put, send me my free property valuation. Now I want them to send me that email to that request to my email. So I'm going to put in my email address where it says email address. Include continue with Facebook button on the landing page. So if they continue with Facebook, either way, if it's through Facebook, I'm getting that contact. So I'm going to input require a name, require a phone number, require an email address. Maybe it's a little bit too much. Now, if I do have the upgrade, I can go ahead and put them in a group, right? I can also add them to an automatic drip campaign, right? But since I don't have the upgrade at this time, I can either choose to send them a text response, right? Or redirect them to a URL. So text response, also part of the upgrade. So redirect them to the URL is what I want to do. I'm going to go into my web page. And from my web page, I'm going to go into homeowner, and then I'm going to click on home valuation request, where they're able to see some additional information about home valuation. And they're able to give me enough details about their property in order for me to be able to do this for them. So I'm going to copy this link, go back into Agent 3000, redirect them here. And then of course, email subject to property, I can do. So I can go ahead and input some additional information. You have a message that has already been created for you. You can always update this, change this. You have a source code. Whenever you see source code, keep in mind that you can input HTML in it. You join me for social media. 201, I am going to be talking about where you can find different designs, source codes, using a program called Canva. You can update this information if you'd like in order for it to reflect better with your message. And then if you're using Facebook Pixels, Google Analytics, or AdWorks, you can input that information. Now, what are these? This is basically for you to be able to capture the analytics associated with the marketing that you're doing. But when you're done, tap on submit, and my landing page has been saved. So scrolling down, I have the one that I just created, and I want to go ahead and tap on here. And I have available this, right? So I can always copy here, go into Facebook, create a post, paste, remove there, and then put in whatever you want, a little message. And then I can go ahead and post this. And it's going to populate like this. Now, you're looking at this and it doesn't look like what we created, right? But when your customer clicks on it, they'll have access to it, right? Where they can input their information. I prefer for it to look like this on my social media. So let me show you how it is that we can have it look like this. So here we have this link. I want to copy this link. As I scroll up, I'm going to jump into another tool with a copied link. I'm going to go into my social media tools. From here, I'm going to click on something called a website screenshot share. From here, I'm going to put in that URL. And then I have the option to either add click here to view and rotate it. Remove that. I'm going to show you these, which are optional. And I'm going to tap on get screenshot. Okay. This is with all the stuff, right? So I added, for example, for it to say click here to get their attention for them to click on it. Now from here, you can then tap on your Facebook. And now when I post it, it's going to show all of the work that we did. Now, if you don't like the click here view, you don't have to put that. You can simply not select it. Get screenshot share one more time. Right now it looks like it. We're going to tap on our social media on Facebook. Select our business page and then add a message and post. Now, when you go to Facebook, let me refresh it. Now it looks like how you want it to look like. They can input their information and you can capture them in order for you to be able to provide them with the details. Now, as I scroll down, you can see the difference. This is if you post directly from that landing page. And then this is if you post the landing page using the screenshot share. The last thing I want to show you is going to be that you have available Craigslist to use, where you can tap on Craigslist. I personally don't use Craigslist. You would have to create an account, but if you want to publish there in the same way, you would put in your MLS number. Okay, and then from here, you're going to have both ads. So you have the opportunity to either post a summary ad or a detailed ad inside of Craigslist. So you tap on summary ad. This is going to give you the HTML. And if you want to look at what that post is going to look like, it's going to look like this, right? So when you post it, this is what that's going to look like. If you post the detailed ad, this is the HTML. You would simply copy and paste it into your ad inside of Craigslist. And if I click here, this is going to give you an example of what that looks like. Inside of Craigslist, you would still have to go back and upload the images, but you do have the HTML coding that you can use inside. And then wrapping up with the QR code, you have the ability to input an MLS number, right? And then you can go ahead and force your customer to enter their email to view the pictures. So if I tap on get QR code, let me share my phone. I go to my camera. I focus on the QR. This should be your listing if you're going to use this. But once they type in their email address, they'll have access to seeing all the pictures and all of the details on here. So that's an option. Another option is going to be the V card. Switch back to my regular screen. The V card is if you want to have a QR code for your details and your information. You can always input all of the details. Get a QR code. And then in the same way, if they do the QR code, they'll have access to your details, right? And they can already create a contact, add to an existing, or update, right? So if you wanted to share in that way, you can. You have a regular URL that you can share or a text message. And with that, guys, that is Agent 3000 101. We will be having 201 this month as well. And inside of 201, I do talk about the campaigns. I talk about your calendar. I also talk about your leads, your emails, the CRM functions, and more. If you're interested in the upgrade and the website is available for you. It is, again, $20 a month. You can always contact Sean directly. I did show you his contact details. He'll have it up and running probably within the day. And then in Agent 3000 Part 3, I talked to you about how to customize it for you and your brand, how to add additional pages, and much more. Thank you for being Miami members. Have a great rest of your day.